The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this weekend edition of Everything But Freakin Rasslin. Myself, Vince Russo, and Jeff Lane here to talk about anything but freaking wrestling. Thank God. Before we get to that, let's talk about our sponsor, Kayfabe Commentaries. Christmas is 2 weeks away. You still have time to get stuff through the worldwide interweb. They have the best DVD products out on the market. Vampiro's coming out on Monday. You should be able to get that before Christmas. I guarantee you this will be the best shoot DVD interview you've ever seen in your life. I absolutely positively guarantee you. But not only do they do the shoot interviews, they do the timelines with prominent superstars from a time of their era in the wrestling business. They do guest booker. And again, these are shoot authentic professional DVDs, the best in the market. Sean Oliver, the interviewer is I'm not going to say one of, he's the best interviewer that I've ever done business with, without a shadow of a doubt. So check it out. Also know we have 2 weeks to become a member for less than $1 a week. Just go to vincerussobrand.com and use the code word brand. This is going to run till the end of December. If you're doing any Christmas shopping, you could also go through Amazon on our site, and Jeff and I get a referral, which helps the show. Also, if you're a member, please remember to renew. Your renewal to us is just as important as getting a new subscriber. How you doing today, Jeff?
Good. And just remember, Brand, before we continue here, Vince, that $3.95 a month, that stays active as long as you keep your account active. So even though in January we're going to go back to our regular price, anybody that signs up this month will keep that $3.95 every single month, as long as they keep their account active. So it's not just for this year; it's for as long as you keep your account active. It's only $3.95 a month, so don't miss out on that.
Yeah, and you can opt out at any time. You can. There's no commitment. You don't have to commit for 3 months, 6 months. You can opt out at any time.
Yes, sir.
Jeff, we didn't discuss you and me. I mentioned it in passing, but I'm proud of myself, and I don't want to jinx myself. So. You don't knock on wood when you don't want to jinx yourself, do you? What do you do when you don't want to jinx yourself?
Yeah, knock on wood.
I'm going to knock on wood. Jeff, do you have any idea, and be honest with me here, because this is like embarrassing. Do you have any idea like what it means to be a hypochondriac?
Is that the people that are afraid of needles?
No, a hypochondriac is something's always wrong with you. You're terminally ill and you're going to die. Something's always constantly wrong with you.
What do they call it that are afraid with needles? Is it something like
what? Bro, where you getting? A nemophobe? I have no idea. So, bro, I take it you're not a hypochondriac.
I probably wouldn't classify myself as that, but there's always something going through my mind. Anytime.
Let me put it another way to you, Jeff, because maybe you're a hypochondriac and you don't realize it. Okay? Do you notice like that you always have some kind of ailment that you're concerned with, and it's in the back of your mind, and it could be a life-threatening ailment in your mind, and when that ailment goes away, immediately another ailment takes its place. So like there's always something there that is going to kill you.
No, kill me. No, I always feel like there's something wrong with me. Like something's wrong with my back, or if I get dry skin on my hand, what's wrong with this? I always feel like there's something wrong with me, but not really life threatening. I did go through a phase where, like my arm was getting numb. So I'm like, oh man, am I getting old now where I'm going to start getting the heart attacks and stuff? So like now I take all of these vitamins, vitamin E, good for the heart. And I drink this fiber drink every morning, and I'm trying to eat healthier. But other than that, nothing has really scared me.
See, that's where you and I are different, because if you've got the numbness in your if you got the numbness in your arm, you're thinking, oh, we're gonna have a heart attack. See, if I have a numbness in my arm, that equates to All my arteries are clogged. Blood is not getting through my heart. All of a sudden, I'm out of breath. I can't breathe, and I'm gonna drop dead of a heart attack any second. That's the difference. Okay. So
Okay.
Jeff, I was preoccupied with my ball sack for a good 3 months, bro. Because I told you I got this thing. I can't even remember the name of it anymore, bro. But I got this thing that flares up in my freaking ball sack every now and then. The doctor said, listen, we can take it out of the ball sack. It's common. It's not life-threatening. You can live with it, blah, blah, blah. They kind of go through your hip, and they go through and they pull this thing out of your ball sack. I don't do anything like that, bro. Because first of all, Jeff, nobody's putting me under anesthesia. I'm not, because of course, in my mind, if you put me through anesthesia, I'm not waking up. So I'm not, anything that requires me going through anesthesia, I'm not doing. So of course, when he says, you can live with it, but it's going to keep flaring up, blah, blah, blah. So bro, every time it flares up, I mean, Jeff, it's like a 3-month process, and I mean, bro, I'm taking hot baths. I'm putting ice bags on my balls. I'm taking ice bags. So of course, in my mind now, okay, bro, okay, even though he told me clearly what it was, and it comes and goes. Well, in my mind, I've got prostate cancer, first of all. Then somehow that turns into colon cancer. How my ass gets involved, I have no idea. How my ass, in my mind, my ass and my balls are all connected. They're all down there. So
one family.
Yeah, right. So one family. So he clearly tells me what I have. I have all the symptoms. And then, bro, here's the deal. Like, every time, the easiest way to cure it and get over it the quickest is he gives you like a steroid pack, where like one day you take one pill, the next day 2, the next day 3, till you're out of the pack, and it goes away quicker. Okay. But in order to get the steroid pack, you have to go to the doctor. You have to go see him so he can write the prescription. Well, I'm not going to go see him, because if I go see him again, he's going to tell me you need to get it out, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go through that because it's not coming out. So now I got to suck it up that I can't even get the right medication. So like, bro, for 3 months, I got colon cancer. Oh, this is what I got. I got colon. Here's the big 3. I got prostate cancer. I got colon cancer, or I got a testicle cancer. I've got one of the 3. Now, bro, if you know anything about testicular cancer, you got to be like about 20 years old. Young people. Tom Green had testicular. But in my mind, at 54 years old, that I could have testicular cancer. So eventually, what's going on in my ball sack is going to kill me. Okay? I'm walking around with cancer. That's all that's in my mind. So, of course, bro, the ball sack again passes. Then immediately, bro, I become absolutely obsessed with this growth I've got on my neck. Now, bro, you got to understand something. I can go back and I can find pictures from 10, 15 years ago. The growth is there. So, like, the growth didn't just pop up. The growth's been there for 10 or 15 years. But now that the balls are okay, now I got skin cancer. Now now it's starting to spread. Now I can see it spreading. Now it's just a matter of time. Then, of course, I watched the Seinfeld episode where George has the thing on his lip. Is it cancer? Is it cancer? So now I got that. So finally, bro, I got so sick of seeing this thing that I thought was skin cancer on my neck. And here's the thing, Jeff. I won't go on the internet, because then I'll assure that I have cancer. Now I know I got cancer. I just looked it up on the internet. But it was so finally, I won't go on the internet. Finally, this thing's driving ahead. It's turning into like a second head. And I said, screw it. I'm going on the internet. I got to face this thing. So I go on the internet, and the first thing I look up is skin tags, because I want it to be a skin tag because they're harmless. They're totally harmless. So I go up skin tag, I hit images, and I pull up all these pictures, and it's exactly what I have. Exactly what I have. And so now it says, now I'm reading, now I'm doing my research, and basically they said you can cut it off yourself. You literally get a scissor, cut it off, use toenail clippers, and then they tell you, bro, use apple vinegar to take off skin tags. Now, bro, this one I had on my neck was a pretty big one. It wasn't, I got smaller ones. This was like a monster, you know? So, bro, the first thing I do is, all right, I'm taking this off. Because what I was afraid of, Jeff, taking it off before I did my research was, you know, number one, you know, if I've got cancer, like cutting it off ain't going to make it go away. Number two, bro, my biggest fear was if I cut this thing off, like I'm going to bleed to death. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, bro? Because, and here's the thing, Jeff, if I cut it off and I start bleeding, I can't go to emergency because then they'll want to look into it and then they'll tell me I got cancer. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that's my biggest fear. If I cut it off and it starts bleeding like a sieve, I'm not going to get a stitch. What am I going to do? So I'm like, I'm reading all these things and everything. So I'm like, all right, let me try. Let's start with the apple cider vinegar. And we had some in the cabinet, right, bro? So, bro, I take the apple cider vinegar. I put it like in a little tissue or whatever, and I start rubbing alcohol vinegar in this, rubbing alcohol. Okay, I start noticing, bro. Before, it's not like it was hard, like a rock like that, but it was pretty solid, right? All of a sudden, bro, I'm using this apple vinegar. It becomes very soft. I mean, to the point, bro, of almost flaking off in pieces, flaking off in my hand. So I'm like, oh, this is a good thing. Let me flake some of this bad boy off with this apple vinegar. And bro, like literally, I can pinch off a piece of it. That's what the apple vinegar was, really softening it up. All right, bro. So I get off as much as I can with the apple vinegar. Now I get down to, now it's got to be cut. And it's got to be, and bro, listen, bro, this is how retarded I am. I'm so scared that this thing is going to kill me on my neck. Okay, bro. So what do? I take a pair of scissors out of my drawer, bro, and literally, like, you know, this is the scissors, you know, I use outside. I cut everything with the scissors. I get the toenail clippers. Who knows who's used this toenail clipper, bro? Here's the sharp knife in the drawer. I am. I don't sterilize any of these things. I don't put them under hot water. I don't wash them. I just get to cutting this damn thing off. So, bro, between the scissors and the clippers and the apple cider, look, gone. Not there. That's where it was, bro.
Now, was there any feeling when you did that? Like,
it was all right. Nah, bro, it was like, it was okay. And bro, it bled a little, but nothing. I mean, it bled to the point that I could put a, put pressure on it and it would stop. It was nothing. So now, bro, it was last Friday that I hacked this thing off. So now I just, I'm keeping my eye on it every day because, so now I don't have an ailment right now. I mean, bro, listen. When I had to get all the Christmas stuff was downstairs on Sunday, and my wife made me make 100 trips up and down the stairs carrying these big boxes. I was on the verge of a heart attack. So like, there's that, because I know I'm out of shape. So like, that's always been there until I lose the weight. But it's like, without the ball now and without this thing on my neck. So now what I'm waiting to settle in is infection. Because I used the who knows what the scissor went through. So now I'm calculating when this starts getting infected, right? This is pretty close to my brain. So like, how quickly does the infection run, take to spread from my neck to my brain and kill me? You don't understand. I've been going through that my whole entire life. You don't deal with any of that?
Not really. It's funny though. I have one of those skin tags. Like, I didn't know what they were, and it's like in my armpit. Yeah, and one day,
bro. When I did all my research, the two most common. There's 3 common places, bro. 3: neck, armpit, ball sack. Those are the 3 common places where you got. So yeah, bro. If you got one under your arm, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what it was, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, and it looked like the turkey neck thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, So it scared the crap out of me. So I went to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh no, that's fine. It's just a skin tag."
See, bro, I would never do that. Well, see, Jeff, that's the thing. I can't take going to a doctor. Oh, we're gonna cut it. We like George. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna take it, and then you get the call. You know, you got skin cancer. I can't take that step of going to the doctor. That doesn't bother you, bro?
Not really. I mean, no, I guess not. I'm trying to think if there's ever anything I went through where I just said screw it and didn't go to the doctor, but nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, see, Jeff, I don't. If anything is wrong with me, like I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Like I just let me naturally die. You know, I don't want to know. Like, that's to me like, oh, that's why I can't go to doctors, bro. I'll live in agony before I go to a doctor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like my mom had colon cancer and my grandpa had prostate cancer, and they both beat it. But like, so I've been told you gotta watch out for this stuff. You know what I mean? So like I had to get a colonoscopy last year. You know, young, because it runs in the family. So that was nerve-wracking.
I've never done that, bro. Everybody's telling me you got to do it. Bro, first of all, nobody's sticking anything up my ass besides Scott Casey Gale and his fork. And secondly, like, you know, in order for that not to kill you, they have to put you under. And I'm not doing that. Like, so I'm not doing it, bro. So.
I'll tell you what, though, like a relative of mine died really young because he was stubborn and didn't want to
bro, can we change the subject now? Or we see that? So now you're going to sit here and you're telling me I'm dying of colon cancer when I just beat it with the ball sack.
No, I'm just saying don't be stubborn if something like that is just routine and could get you out of a fix.
Bro, sticking a metallic snake up your ass is not routine. I don't refer to that as.
You don't even know.
No, bro. Routine is stick out your tongue and say and I'm gonna put a wood pressure on your tongue. That's routine, bro. Nobody's putting anything in my ass.
You don't know. Like you don't know. There's no side effects. There's no issue afterwards.
Let me tell you something. When the ball sack first arose, the very first time, I had to go to the doctor because I didn't know what it was. I was convinced I had like testicular cancer, right? So I go in there, bro. I even went for a sonogram, bro. You know, bro, I had this hot freaking girl running the sonogram thing over my huge ball sack. It was the most embarrassing thing in my life, bro. So like the sonogram came up clean and everything, so I knew I didn't have that. So but then I had to go to what do they call that doctor? The urologist, bro. This guy stuck his finger so far up my ass, I peed myself, bro. I literally peed on the floor. He's up there fishing around. I peed on the floor, bro. And I'm like, there's no way. There's just no way. Can we talk about something else? What else do you want to talk about, Jeff? Give me something else. Get off of this, please. Because now this show's going to end. And now I'm going to think about, you know, your grandfather and and this and that. Talk to me about something else.
So Khloe Kardashian puts out this video on her Instagram of her making all these pies for Thanksgiving, all these holiday pies, and she's showing them and putting up the pictures, and she's like, they show clips of her like doing dough and all this stuff, making all these pies. Well, it comes out she bought them at a store. The store busted her. Like they said, no, she bought them here. She didn't cook those. Like, and they showed the exact same pies in their display case of the ones that she had on the table. Like, so she made this whole fake video of her making all these pies for what? I don't know. But she got busted. She got called out on it. And then she just flipped out on Twitter on people. Like, she, F you, I got, you know, bullshit that I'm dealing with, blah, blah. Like, she didn't even respond to why she did this. Told one guy, yeah, I'm going to F you in the ass and all this stuff. Just, like, so defensive. But it's like, what is the point? Like, what goes through somebody's head? Hey, let's make a fake video of me making pies and put it out there for everybody to see.
Because, bro, it's money. You know, they all have their individual websites, and it's like, bro, it's like $10 a month. You know, and so
but this was on Instagram, which is free.
On Instagram. Then I don't even know, bro. Bro, these girls, like record everything they do outside of taking a shit and showing us them having menstrual flow. Those are the only two things they don't show us. And here's the more troubling thing than that, bro. Who, like, literally, who's watching this? Like, literally, who's watching Khloe Kardashian do anything? I don't even care if you're a 12-year-old girl. Like, who gives a crap what any of these girls do? I'm so tired of it, bro. And here's another thing, which of course was on my list, bro. Okay, we already had Northwest. Okay, so now, bro, here's the thing. Now they have a son. Okay, so a couple of days go by, they don't name the son. What they're trying to do, bro, is they're trying to get the entire world sitting on edge to see what Kim and Kanye name their son. And who gives a horse's ass? Honestly, the only reason we're waiting for them to name their son is so we can all sit back and make fun of it. That's the only thing we're waiting for. So finally, bro, the hospital will not release the baby until there's a name on the birth certificate. So they have to reveal the baby's name. Bro, I'm surprised that wasn't a special. Honestly, like, why didn't Ryan Seacrest run with that on E? Seriously, bro, idiots would have watched this. So, bro, finally they come up with Saint West. Saint West. Bro, do these two jackasses understand that there's going to come a day when their kids grow up and their kids are in middle school? And, bro, I don't care if they're sending their kids to private school, wherever they're sending their kids. Do they not understand that, like, you know, kids are freaking brutal? And what these kids are going to have to go through being named North and freaking Saint. Kids 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, they ain't gonna give a crap that your mother's the lady on TV with the rhino ass. They're not gonna care your father's an angry black rapper. They're not gonna care less. They're gonna care your name is Saint. That's a ridiculous name. Nobody else has the name Saint. So we're going to torture you until you cry. Give us your freaking lunch money and we'll leave you alone. Does that not go through their minds when they think it's cutesy to name the kids North and the kids Saint? I mean, you talk about, bro, being so self-glorified, where it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me, that they came up with a name. Nobody else has named their name Saint. Bro, with all due respect, they should have named the kids Seven and Soda. There would have been no difference, bro. There's no difference between Seven and Soda and North and Saint. And the sad thing is, these kids are the ones that are going to pay for it, bro.
Well, I think they just believe they're so far above everybody else and better than everybody else. Who cares what the other kids think? If they were even thinking about this, like they're like, well, our kids are our kids and they're better than those kids anyway. So who cares what they say? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they're homeschooled anyway.
Yeah, well,
speaking of Kanye, did you see this thing?
Maybe Khloe can make believe she's homeschooling them, bro, and put it on Instagram.
The video's ridiculous. I watched it too. Like, it's just ridiculous. And she has 35 million followers on Instagram, by the way.
That is such a sad state of affairs for our country, man.
But speaking of Conway, did you see this Goodwill deal in their handbook for their managers?
Tell me about it, bro.
Yeah,
I saw headlines, but I didn't read this.
Laugh so hard. So I guess this was I don't know if it was in their handbook or it was just kind of like a memo teaching their managers or their employees about how your facial expressions send a message to other people. You know what I mean? Or they can't understand what you're feeling. Kind of that stuff. So
kind of like how, like, when we would be in meetings at TNA and Dixie would sit at the head of the table and say something, and I would do this, kind of like, is that what we're talking about, bro? Because that's what I used to do at every meeting, bro. I used to do. All right, go ahead, bro.
But it said, "Are you suffering from resting Kanye face?" Okay, and it had a picture. It had 5 pictures of him, and they were all the same. And it was his, you know, that look he always has, and the captions underneath, and it was 5 of the exact same shot.
Like angry,
happy, sad, scared, excited. And so they were saying, if you look, it was pretty much saying, if you look the same all the time, you're not your employees or whoever you're talking to, your customers, your employees, they're not getting any verbal emotions, and things like that. And so I guess they had to apologize to him. I don't know why, but they put out this whole thing. We're sorry to Kanye West, and we didn't mean to offend him, and blah 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 blah. But like, I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Bro, can you imagine, like, bro, we were talking yesterday about the creative assistants in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine working for these two? Can you imagine being an assistant for Kim Kardashian? Bro, do you know this? I swear to God, this was one of the reasons I was like, bro, do you know Dixie Carter had a, assistant? Okay, bro. And of course, the assistant went to Ole Miss. That's why Dixie hired her. Bro, do you know before work? Okay. See, bro, this is why people pay less than $1 a week, because Brian Alvarez ain't going to give you this. Brian Alvarez is going to tell you, oh, yeah, a creative assistant at the WWE informed me that they produced Bray Wyatt. Bro, she had an assistant, Dixie Carter. Bro, you know how normal assistants, they'll go in 9 o'clock, sit behind their desk, maybe a little earlier, maybe 8:30, get settled in for the day, blah, blah, blah. No. Every day of the week. This is a true story, bro. True story. Dixie Carter wants to come on here and debate me. Come on here and debate me, honey. If you think I'm a creative guy. If you think I'm creative enough to make this crap up, I'm Nathan for you. Okay? And I ain't him, bro. Bro, every morning before she went to the TNA office, Dixie Carter's assistant had to go to Dixie's house every morning. You ready, bro? To lay out her clothes for the day. Her assistant laid out her outfits of what she was going to wear to work. Can you, Jeff, I got to tell you something, bro. And I think you'll appreciate this. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care to degrade another human being like that because you can pay them and they'll do whatever you say. That is the biggest pet peeve I have in my entire life, because Dixie Carter's got money. Her poor freaking assistant has to go to her house before work every day to pick out her outfits. So, bro, bro, if the assistant was picking out the outfits for Dixie, you really think Dixie was picking out outfits for her own kid? So you knew the assistant was not only dressing Dixie, but was also dressing the kids. Bro, I don't care how much money you have. That is so freaking degrading. And that's why I say, can you imagine what Kim Kardashian has assistants do for her? Can you freaking imagine, bro? I don't care how much. You got to have some dignity. Bro, eventually, this girl was very, very tight with Dixie and was there for years and years and years. But, bro, eventually she said, you know what? All the money in the world ain't worth it. And she left. And I mean, and it was a shocker to Dixie. But, I mean, it just got to the point where, like, you know what? Enough. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, that type of behavior is you would expect from somebody who is very, very successful, arrogant, like Kim Kardashian. But like, we're talking the president of TNA here that gets 300,000 viewers on a TV
Jeff,
show. Like,
do you know, this was the saddest thing. And bro, listen, you can bring, I don't know who would say it and who wouldn't, but I mean, you could bring, I'd say at least half of the knockouts would tell you this. The other half would be respectful and not say anything. But, bro, you don't know how many times I produced all the vignettes, okay, bro? And I always had to do the girls first because it took them so long with their hair and makeup. And I had to keep on top of them all day. Like, bro, if I wanted to shoot a pre-tape at 2 o'clock with Angelina, I had to start getting on Angelina 4 hours before. That's just how it works. Bro, every freaking time I would go in the wardrobe room. I would go in the makeup room, move the girls along. Bro, I mean, literally part of my job was I'd have to talk to the makeup girls, how long is this going to take? Well, I just got to do a hair in 15 minutes. I'm like, just hard. You know, that was part of my job. That's what these idiots do. Can you imagine Brian Alvarez going in a makeup room and talking to a makeup woman about how long is it going to take you to do Velvet Sky's hair? Can you imagine this imbecile? So, bro, you don't know how many times, Jeff, I would go in the makeup room. Who's in the freaking makeup chair? Dixie Carter. Bro, this is before she was on the show. This is before she's in the makeup chair getting hair and makeup to walk around for the day. And I would walk in there and all the knockouts literally standing in a row. And I'd walk in there and they would just look at me like, I mean, bro, and then Raven is going to tell you, oh yeah, they couldn't do 2.5 million people because creative sucked. No, bro, we couldn't do 2.5 million people because our leader was more interested in getting her hair and her makeup done, bro.
Let me ask you this, and I'm being dead serious because I've always wondered, like, where some type of behaviors come from in older people. Like, was she bullied as a child about her appearance?
No, bro. Can I tell you? No. Can I tell you what Dixie Carter's story is, bro? This is her story in a nutshell. That's why with me, when, like, first of all, I'm a total F up. I have no problem coming on here and telling everybody in the world I'm a total F up. I know I'm a total F up. I'm terrible, right? So, but when other people are total F-ups, I try to understand there's got to be something in the background that made you the way you are. My mother was a hypochondriac. She is to this day. Bro, my mother the other day made my father take her to the doctor because she said a fly flew in her eye. That's not even possible. How does a fly, where's a fly go in your eye? And the other idiot took it to the doctor. Okay? So that's why I'm a hypochondriac. So I get it. Bro, here's the deal. This is Dixie Carter's life story, okay? Her father, you know, great guy. Even talked with him with Storm a little bit in the interview. Well, I can't even remember his first name, Mr. Carter. Oh, I can't even remember his first name. But anyway, bro, very successful man. Panda energy, the whole 9 yards. He created an empire. Well, bro, Dixie's brother was the dad's right-hand man. Dixie's brother ran the company, okay? Not Dixie, her brother. So her brother and her father became very, 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 very close because they were running Panda Energy. And here you had daddy's little girl, Dad, I'm over here. Dad, what about me over here? Dad, I'm over here. She never got the attention from the father. And, you know, competitively, her brother was kicking her backside. So thus, TNA opens. She sees an opportunity to prove to her old man, not only can I be as successful as my brother, I could be more successful, and I'm going to do it on my own. All I need is your money. And basically, bro, from that day on, she has been trying to prove to her old man she could be just as successful in business as her brother Todd is at Pan Energy. Bro, why do you think it's down to 300,000 viewers? Why do you think she will never quit? She will never quit. Bro, I've said this a million times. She's the only person I've ever met in my life that I worked with for over a decade that never said the words, I was wrong. That's why. Because in her mind, if she was wrong and she failed, her brother's better than her. And her father was right all along. That's why TNA goes on and on and on and on, because the minute in her mind she closes doors, she's lost. She was never as good. Her father was right. That's Dixie Carter, bro.
That's a shame. I would hate to feel like that, though. I mean, you know. So, Nathan, season finale last night.
Oh, my God, bro.
I mean, I was bummed it was the last one for a year or whatever, but how great was that? You know, before we get into it, I just love how the whole gimmick of the show, but besides that, he inserts this storyline about himself, like wanting to be this guy, like he loves being this other guy, and we have this whole separate storyline about what's going how Nathan's feeling and the shot of him walking away at the end. Like, dude, I mean, just how smart is that to come up with this ridiculousness?
Well, bro, here's the funny thing though. This is like, I swear to God, bro. How long, bro? How long has the WWE been in business? 50 years, and they don't know how to build characters. By the end of this 30-minute show, you felt so bad for Nathan. That was the bittersweet, bro. It wasn't, oh, this is the season finale. It was, I'm sitting there and bro, you know how like you're at the end of the show and it's like, okay, how many minutes did I have left?
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching it with Annie when we hung up, and I think she said, "Not Dad, it's 11:28," and I'm like, he's got to reveal, he's got to tell the world that he's got to do it. And bro, when he takes off and they're playing the music and he's taking off and the other guy is basking in the glory, just making crap up. And then, bro, he puts on the hat and walks like, why?
Did he have like a duffel bag too?
Yeah.
Like, the black hat. Like,
oh, why is it that like Nathan in 30 minutes can make us feel so bad and sorry for him? And you have like a roster of 50 guys that can't bring out a single emotion in us, bro.
That ABC 7 News in Los Angeles must hate him. Everything he does, they put on the news and get fooled by it. Like, they must be like, this guy just makes us look awful. Like,
bro, what was your favorite scene? There was one scene that popped me so huge, bro.
Oh man. I'm gonna forget it. But the one I like when he was doing the Alfredo noodles in the mirror.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Bro, there was so many little subtle things like I bro, believe it or not, I even had to point it out to Annie. Bro, when Annie watches a show, she's like 10 layers deep, and she'll throw something at me, and I'm like, how do you see that? Like, are we watching the same show? But the little subtle thing, bro, was when he first told the guy, and he had to get down the mannerisms, and he's laying on the guy's bed with him the same way. Remember that, bro? When he's on the floor and he's moving along the floor on his knees the same way.
Yeah.
Bro, the funniest thing for me, bro, I don't know what it is with me, why I just love the subtleties and the nuances more than the whole show. Like Jerry Briscoe saying, no, it wasn't, Bro, what about when he tells the guy comes back now, he's got the whole plan. He tells the guy he's got a girlfriend. And he tells the guy, all right, after this stunt, you're going to kiss her for the first time. Then he gets into the conversation with the guy, how I don't think you should use tongue. This is going to be the first kiss. I really don't think. Oh,
yeah.
Bro, people that miss that, it's so sad because like that's the best part of the show.
Dude, I just am amazed how he got this guy a girlfriend. Oh, by the way, this is your girlfriend. Like, as him, like he pretended to be him, got him a girlfriend, switched him out. She had no idea. Like, that whole thing just boggles my mind.
Bro, what about working the grandparents with the megaphone across the street?
How do you come up with that? And then the lady's like, well, just so you know, the gunman's been killed. Like,
and bro, what about like the funniest thing was he had the guy record all the lines for his grandparents, right? And bro, the funniest thing to me was the grandparents at the end. We love you, Nathan. We love you. Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, I said to Andy, did he not think his grandparents were going to say that to record a line? I love you too. You know what I'm saying? But all the guy had to push was yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cracked up. I don't know if you noticed this when he first left the guy in the trailer and he sprints to the helicopter and he does this to the pilot, like, fire this thing up. Let's get the hell out of here. Like, oh, I laughed so hard.
Well, bro, did you take a good look of what the trailer was equipped with?
It had like all Target food. I saw that.
There was an entire cabinet of Alfredo sauce. Bro, an entire cabinet of just Alfredo sauce, bro. Oh,
I didn't notice that.
bro, but what kind of an idiot bro, he's dropping this guy off in the middle of nowhere, bro, with a trailer that was like as big as this room and a copy of Tommy Boy. Like, what kind of an idiot like goes along with this?
Yeah, he puts the black hood on him like he's being kidnapped.
Oh my god, bro. Oh.
That's ridiculous. I just I can't believe he went over that wire 5 times.
Oh, I kept saying yeah. And bro, what about like another little subtle thing when he sends the guy to the doctor who's the makeup artist, and the guy's got the light and he's taking him from, and he tells him he's checking him for epilepsy. Oh my god, bro.
It's unbelievable. I mean, like, how did imagine if he couldn't walk across that thing 5 times. Like, he makes it across safe and he's like, screw this, I'm doing it 4 more times.
And bro, what about when he was finished? Oh god, bro, what a show. My god, bro.
But dude, I was researching, I found a Facebook post from whatever the other thing he was promoting was breast cancer in that charity. Right. I found their page in July and they were promoting Corey whatever is going to walk for us, blah, blah. Like, I'm just like, this is amazing.
Oh, bro, Annie sent me the link. He had a big sale the other day, 50% off that line of clothing. What's the name of it again?
The Summit Ice.
Summit Ice.
I
mean, it's, oh my God.
But dude, what do you think that girl's thinking? Like, I don't know if you read her profile. She hasn't had a boyfriend since 5th grade. Like, I paused it to read her dating profile, and that's what she said. She hasn't had a boyfriend since 5th grade. So I'm sure she's not going to run from this guy for anything unless, he treats her bad. But you're sitting there like, this wasn't even the guy I went on the date with and agreed to date. You know what I mean? Like, what is she thinking when she finds all this out?
Oh, bro, I don't know. Just freaking classic, man.
And he has him say, "I love you" in the speech.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, bro.
What a show. But yes, that was renewed for another season. And so was Wayward Pines, which
shocker, bro, huh? What a shocker.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Like, I had already removed it from my list of programs on my DVR because I just assumed it wasn't coming back. The ratings weren't good. You haven't heard anything. It went off the air. What did it end in July?
Yeah.
I think. Hadn't heard anything.
Bro, was Matt Dillon's wife killed?
I don't remember. Was she in the stasis? Was she one of the adults put in the stasis?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I remember he blew up in the elevator, right?
Yeah,
supposedly.
Yeah. Well, he was hanging at the end. They hanged him from the tree. Remember that?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that was one of the last images, bro. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't remember which adults were put in the stasis. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very surprised about that. And apparently it's going to have different writers too.
I loved Matt Dillon in that, so it's going to be like, it's going to be like watching a whole different show,
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that might be good news for Scream Queens. You know what I mean? If they're going to
Annie was telling me, she was telling me that she was reading up that Scream Queens is like a trilogy with 3 completely different stories. So she says they are going to come back and it's going to be a completely different story with it's like Fargo.
So they planned all that out ahead of time?
That's what she's told me.
Interesting.
That's what she told me.
But
yeah,
is it going to be different characters?
Yes. But there may still be some ties to the old character. Like, bro, in Fargo, like, I don't know. Did you watch the first season of Fargo?
Yeah.
Well, so bro, the little girl in this season was the sheriff was the main star in the first season.
Yeah, and the guy, her father was in the first season.
Yeah,
as well.
so it's going to be connected like that way. But she said, yeah, it's like it's a 3-parter, and that's the way they're going to do it.
Man, I don't know about that. Just because I'm so attached to these performances, like I want Chanel. I want to see her.
Bro, I don't know why we should have checked out the ratings for that yesterday.
They're not good. I can pull them up right now.
I'd love to know what they are.
From what I read is, and I think you had read the same thing. That it's one of the most watched DVR shows in the 18 to 49 demographic. And the fact that they're advertising on the show, let me see. Okay. It only averaged 2.78 million viewers an episode.
What was that competing with, bro?
Was it Tuesday at 9 o'clock? iZombie, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on at 8. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But as far as viewers for Fox this fall, it was 12th out of 14. As far as rating in the 18 to 49, it was 9 out of 14. And these are just the day one views. So it averaged 2.78 million an episode. Let me see. They got the breakdown here. I don't know what. Let me see if I can find the other numbers too. That I know my internet's go. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's from September, so that's not accurate. Top DVR TV shows. Okay, let's take a look at this. That's old too.
I'd love to know what the demos for that show is. I'd love to know what the percentage of the female audience is and how old they are.
Okay, this is a new one. All right, let's take a look here. Adjusted TV ratings news. That's the Wednesday. We want Tuesday. There we go. Well, that's still the live numbers. Where is the... This is making me mad. My internet's going a little slow here.
Bro, what kind of internet you got over there, man?
Normally, I got good internet. That's what I don't understand. See, the pilot only had 4 million viewers, which is really, really low for a pilot. So it started already low. It dropped down to 1.98 million viewers for an episode, and it rose to 2.5 for the finale. That was the page that was going slow. So let me close that because I'm trying to get. Scream Queen's finale numbers might permit a season 2. Scream Queen season 1 ratings good enough to warrant season 2. It says once you go to the DVR, it went up to 5 million viewers and a 2.2 rating in the 18 to 49, which a 2.2 is, it's not the same rating scale. Like when we get the rating number for Raw, that's not this rating number. So while that seems low, 2.2 is actually good for 18 to 49 on network television.
Yeah, it's different. Network television, cable television are two completely different things.
Yeah, and then it says it gets another 2 million viewers within 7 days. So within a week, it gets 7 million viewers. So
Yeah, I
this
mean,
article is saying that's good enough to get another season.
bro, because it's got a young audience and they're watching it when they can. You know, they're not necessarily home at that time on a Tuesday night. I mean, that's basically what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I had said on whatever show we were talking about this on, like when you see product placement ads and they're woven into a storyline, like those Edge Samsung phones were in Scream Queens. That's the advertiser saying a lot of people are watching this after the fact.
Yeah.
So,
bro, what do you think about these people that are already lined up for Star Wars?
I didn't know there people were.
Oh, bro, there've been people lined up for a week already.
For what? Like to pick their seat?
Yeah, to be the first ones to see the movie. All over LA, bro. People have tents pitched.
I mean, don't they already have their tickets though?
I don't know. They're there, bro. I mean, they've been there for a week already.
I don't understand. Like, I have my ticket. Like, why would I go sit at to pick my seat? I mean, I know I'm going to show up early because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people there in lines, and if I want to get concessions, and I don't want to sit in the very front row like this, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to go. That's strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand if the tickets weren't on sale. You know what I mean? And people do that.
Maybe it's some of these places they are in, and they're trying to do that for publicity, bro.
That could be, but that's very strange. Very strange.
Yeah. What else you got?
That's all I got, man.
Bro, I got to ask you a question, Jeff. Do you know anything about this? Like, how does collusion work? Like in sports, is that? I'm thinking that collusion is illegal. Is that true?
Are you talking like if you're a GM and I'm a GM and I'm like, I'll give you this guy to help you win, but you need to give me this guy back?
I'm talking about if all the GMs got together and said, you know what, here's our cap. Nobody's going over this cap. This is what we're going to pay players. We're all going to agree on this. Is that illegal?
I would think so. I don't know for sure, but I would think so. They're making their own rules when there isn't a rule. I'm sure with the collective bargaining or whatever they call that crap with the Players Association, I'm sure if that happened and the Players Association found out about it, there would be hell to pay because they want their players to get as much money as they can, and that would be preventing that.
Yeah.
I would have to think that would be against the rules. Yeah.
I just think like it's just getting so out of hand with sports, bro. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, bro. People should not be making that kind of money. I mean, I'm sorry, you know, with all the problems we have in this world, and freaking people can, you know, are going from day to day, and you got guys getting paid $1 million to start a baseball game. You know, that was Greinke's contract, bro. $1 million a start. Bro, if he gets knocked out in the second inning, he got paid $1 million.
Is his guaranteed like prices?
Yeah.
Because like even if Price doesn't play, he gets the money.
Yeah.
So like he can get hurt in the first inning of the season.
I swear, it's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy.
Especially for a guy that plays one every 5 games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What a life. What an absolute life. I mean, power to them, as ridiculous as it is. But then, you know, you wonder why the stands aren't never full in a lot of baseball stadiums because they can't afford tickets. I remember going to a Blue Jays game, 98 maybe, $3 ticket Canadian to sit in the upper deck.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I bet you can't do that anymore.
First time I ever went to see the Mets and the Giants play, we got box seats for $4. I'll never forget that. That was the price on the ticket, $4. Bro, it just goes to show, you know, these freaking wrestlers with no union. There are guys at TNA that work for $250 a match. I mean, there are. That's an absolute fact. The fact that these guys don't have a union, I mean, look at what these yahoos in baseball are getting paid.
Yeah, there's nobody there to protect them. They're going to take whatever they can get because they want that opportunity and they want to be on TV. So if it's peanuts, that's their thinking. Okay, well, if I say no, then I'm done. I'll never get a shot.
What's Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H make compared to the guys? You know what I mean?
Yep. You got these people. They got to pay their own hotels and they got to pay their own car rentals. And
well, as long as they don't do anything about it, bro, you know.
Yeah, it was like what you said on your Wrestling Inc. about the creative. Somebody's got to take their balls in their hand. It's the same way with this. Nobody's got the balls to start something like this because they're afraid that it will cost them their spot, or they're waiting for the phone to ring and that won't happen. Whatever it is, nobody that I know of anyway. Maybe somebody tried to do this, but somebody's got to take their balls in their hand for that too.
I go back to like perhaps the greatest example of all time. Okay, bro. Freaking Sylvester Stallone. When he wrote Rocky, he put his heart and soul and his entire life into this script. All him, nobody else. He went out and shopped the script, and he had the script sold. And he basically, part of the deal was, I'll sell you my script as long as I play Rocky. And bro, he had the script sold, and I don't know who the first company was, but they had no intention whatsoever of him being Rocky Balboa. He took his script and went home. Think about that now, bro. You and I talk about, guys breaking into the wrestling business. This is a young actor trying to break into Hollywood. Okay. Can you imagine he has a script sold and he turns it down because, no, this is me. This is my story. I'm going to play the character. First of all, bro, he's taking the chance of being blackballed, of this, the head of this company calling every other company, don't buy the script. The guy's an egomaniac, blah, blah, blah. That's the first thing. Second of all, now he's got to sell the script all over again and convince people that, no, I'm the star of this movie. Look at the rest of Sylvester Stallone's life. That's the difference, bro. That's the difference between freaking making it and just being, one of the faces in the crowd. And I'll take my balls in my hand every time, bro, than walk around being miserable and unhappy and afraid to speak up and afraid to say anything. It's ridiculous, bro.
Imagine whatever company that was watching the Oscars that year.
Can you imagine, bro?
Rocky wins Best Picture, and they're like, oh, yeah, we turned that down.
Yeah. Can you imagine, bro?
Crazy. That's like the guy, the president of ABC got fired for green lighting Lost because the pilot cost so much money. And then it was the most successful show for like 2-3 straight years.
Yeah, bro. They were doing that with whatchamacallit. Who directed Titanic? What was his name?
James Cameron.
Yeah, remember when that was being made, bro? The money it was costing, and it was over budget, and it was overdue, and they were freaking all over him, bro. And then I think is that still the biggest grossing movie of all time?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I don't understand how that works do they adjust for inflation? Do they go straight dollar amounts? Because, tickets didn't cost as much in 97 as they do now. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I know Avengers was going for it. I don't know.
Bro, you know what I'm doing now? And I want to know if you went through this, like when you wrote your book about the restaurants. Tell them about your book first about the restaurants.
Well, it's technically it's a book, but it's a promo. Like, I had lost my job. I was a manager of a restaurant. I got fired, which I thought was unjust. Got proved unjust anyway by a judge, so I consider myself correct. But I was so mad that I went home and just started typing. And I didn't do an outline. I didn't have, this is where I'm going with this. I just sat down and Chapter 1, and I picked the topic and I wrote it. Chapter 2, and it's a promo. I'm just venting. Only ended up about 30 pages, and when I'm done, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not editing this. I'm not trying to make it longer because it's so short. This is what it is, and if people want to buy it, then that's what they can do. But it was more of, I didn't plan anything. I just sat down and typed a promo.
And where can they get it?
They can get that on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, or like the Amazon has it on Kindle. And if you live in the US and you want a signed copy from me, you can go to my website, which is thejefflane.com, and order one there, US only. And I'll send you a personalized signed copy.
And what's the name of it?
Why It Sucks to Work at a Restaurant.
Bro, you would pop so huge because, first of all, like, I cannot even believe you have not seen an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. That is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. But in the Seinfeld season, bro, George Costanza writes a book on acting, and it's very, very thin. So he's carrying on. He's got a book signing, and he's carrying on about the book. Finally, Larry David basically says, "Bro, it's a pamphlet. It's not a book. You didn't write a book. You would appreciate it so much, bro. It's so freaking hysterical and off the chart." But
yeah, mine's kind of like a pamphlet.
That's
why I have one right here. Yeah.
Let me see what the cover of that bad boy looks like, bro. I've never even seen the cover of this book.
Yeah, this was your copy, actually, that you wouldn't let me send to you.
No, I still got to do that through your website, bro. I'm just a lazy SOB.
Yeah, but yeah, like when I made this, I have a second one ready to go, a second print ready to go, just because I did all this myself and I didn't know how to space the pages right. So some of these pages are spaced wrong, but it's it's only 30 pages.
Yeah. Hey, bro, the reason why I bring that up is, I told you, bro, when me and Will, when we left TNA, bro, it's, I left TNA, and then because I left TNA because it was a cluster F, they had to fire my son because I left. So, but anyway, we were bored. So, we wrote this screenplay called Belle of the Brawl, which is about a woman that owns a wrestling company, and me and Will just did it to pop each other. But, somebody's interested in it now, which is no big deal. I don't think anything of it, but I had to edit the pilot down, bro. It's like I wrote a movie, but then I broke it down, and like the first episode would have ended at like 39 pages, right? So now they want from me, I've got to cut that down to 30 pages. Okay. So yesterday I agonized, cutting it down from 39 to 34 pages. I got to get back on it today. I got to cut 4 more pages somewhere. But the reason why I bring this up, bro, is, bro, how agonizing is it when you feel, you wrote the masterpiece, and now you got to go back and start cutting from it. And what I started thinking about, like, immediately were like, filmmakers, when, bro, they go out and they shoot this magnificent movie, and all of a sudden it's, it's 3 hours. And, the movie company saying, no, it's got to be a 2-hour film. You got to cut an hour. And then they got to literally sit there and agonize because, bro, let's face it, like me with the book, with the script, I would not have put it in there if I didn't think it was good. The same with these filmmakers. They wouldn't have shot it if they didn't think it was good. So now they got to go back and cut out all the good stuff that they loved. Bro, it's agonizing, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I wonder what a writer that isn't the director, you know what I mean? Like, and then they see their material cut out of their control. You know what I mean? They write the script, then they're done. That's it. Here's the script director. And then the director does what he pleases with it. So I wonder if a writer's ever like, I can't believe they cut that out. You know what I mean? That's got to suck too.
Bro, actors get completely cut out of movies. If they went in, they did a small part, even if they did a line or something, all of a sudden they watch the movie, they're all excited, and they're not in the movie.
Did you see that thing I sent you with Nathan interviewing Seth Rogen and those guys from the Christmas movie?
No. You sent it to me again, bro.
It's hilarious, but I guess Nathan's in the movie for like 30 seconds, and he talks about all his scenes that were cut out. It's hilarious, dude.
That looks like a pretty funny movie.
Yeah. Somebody told me that it was good. I don't remember who, but yeah, I wanted to see that. But yeah, Nathan's interviewing the three of them, and it's freaking hilarious,
Bro,
dude. He's so awkward. Like he's in character.
I did not see that, bro.
Yeah, let me bring it up now so I don't forget. But I did get the films before you continue your story about your pilot. Titanic is number 2 all time now. He passed himself with Avatar.
Oh, that's right. I hated that movie, man. I was not a fan of Avatar, man.
I I gave it 2 hours. I didn't watch the last hour.
No,
I did. I quit.
Hey,
yeah,
Jeff, are you a big Sacha Baron Cohen fan?
Yes, I am. Like I know Borat's everybody's baby for him, but I like Bruno even more.
But were you a fan of the Ali G show?
I've never seen it.
Oh,
I saw the movie.
Come on,
yeah,
man.
I saw the Ali G movie.
No, it's not. They're not even in the same ballpark. The movie and the show that was. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it.
How would you compare him to Nathan?
As far as what?
They do the same thing. They work people.
Right. I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what I would like. Is one more talented than the other? Or?
I'm asking you if you had the choice that I wish you would see the TV show, but if you had the choice that like you could only watch one.
Oh, all of his stuff combined?
Yeah.
That's a tough call, man, because Bruno is so Borat's funny too, but Bruno, like, I laugh so freaking hard. I would probably, just because he's freshest in my mind at this point, I would choose Nathan.
Bro, you know what's so funny? Like, you would think, especially watching Nathan now, like you can almost understand with Nathan. He is so laid back and so mellow and so like calm and so under the radar that you would almost not suspect anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would not think this guy's a star. He's got his own television show. You know, you could believe he's coming in to help my business, right? On the other hand, Sacha Baron Cohen is so over the top, but yet people believe him as well, which is unbelievable to me, because they play like two completely different characters. One I could buy into. Oh, this guy's just a regular guy. But how could people buy into Bruno?
I don't know. Especially, have you seen that movie, the Bruno one?
Of course, bro.
When he goes to a meeting with the head of CBS or whatever, and his agent, to try to get that ridiculous reality show, and they have no idea who he is. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know who he is.
Jeff, how do you not have Ali G? It's just 2 seasons, bro.
I've never seen it. I wasn't aware of it when it was current. But I saw the movie on Netflix.
I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now. If you get start getting Curb Your Enthusiasm, and just get it's 2 seasons of Ali G, bro. You can get it for you probably get both seasons for $10 on the internet. I guarantee you, along with Seinfeld, those will be your 3 favorite shows. I guarantee you, bro. Guaranteed.
Better than It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
because that, for comedies, that's moved up to my number 2 after Seinfeld right now.
I hate to say this, but with their last season, I think they overstayed their welcome a little bit. I didn't like a lot of the last season. I felt they were really reaching for storylines. The stuff they did before that was so much better, bro.
Did you not like the Family Feud one?
No.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't like it, bro. I didn't like it. I didn't. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it again. I think they start up on January 6th, but I thought last season was pretty weak.
Yeah.
But bro, you got to get those.
I just emailed you that Nathan clip. It's 6 minutes. He interviews all 3 guys in character. It's freaking hilarious.
As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to watch that. All right, Jeff, I think we should wrap up. We've been on here for a long time chit-chatting.
Yep.
Again, everybody, this is free, so just please remember you have to the end of the month to join the brand for less than $1 a week. Code BRAND, VinceRussoBrand.com. We will be back next week. I'm not sure when interviews are going up. My mind's too flooded right now, but there'll be a Vixens on Monday. There'll be a Swerve on Thursday. I still got a bunch of interviews in the can. Ed's coming up again. There's a bunch of really good stuff. Anything you want to add, Jeff?
No, I think we covered everything. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. We will see you next week. Enjoy the weekend. And as always, thanks for watching us. Thanks for your support. See you later.
Critically acclaimed producers Kayfabe Commentaries bring you the most candid shoot interview ever with Sabu, nephew of the legendary Sheik.
Would your aunt be talking business?
Of course.
With the Sheik?
Oh, yeah. And Carney. She can speak Carney better than me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Prepare to explore the darkest corners of the man behind Sabu.
I would have stopped pain pills entirely if I was out of pain. Because I've been a little too long at the dance myself.
You feel now you've been too long at the dance?
Breaking Kayfabe with Terry Sabu Brunk, now available on DVD and on demand at shootinterviews.com.